Hello and welcome to Dr. Bernstein's 90th birthday celebration. For the next hour, we're going to hear from 60 people with type 1 diabetes who follow Dr. Bernstein's diabetes solution methods to normalize their blood glucose. Sit back and enjoy these incredible stories. Before we get started, I want to introduce you a little bit more, give you a little bit more background to Dr. Bernstein in case you're not aware of him. Born in 1934 and diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in 1946 at the age of 12, Dr. Bernstein never set out to be a doctor. Not only that, but according to statistics from the ADA, he should never have made it to his 90th birthday. That he is very much alive and in fact in excellent health can be attributed to two primary causes. The first is that Dr. Bernstein was originally trained as an engineer and attacked his type 1 as a problem to be solved and not a condition to be treated. The second is that he was fortunate enough to still be alive when the first blood glucose monitors arrived on the scene, and was the first diabetic ever to monitor his own blood sugars. Through trial and error, he determined a method, a low-carb method, to attain normal blood glucose levels. After using this method and reversing his own diabetic complications, he felt compelled to teach others these methods and obtained his medical degree at age 48. He has written 9 books and over 100 journal articles on diabetes. Dr. Bernstein still practices medicine today at the age of 90 with the philosophy that all people with diabetes are entitled to normal blood glucose. Dr. Bernstein has many accomplishments, and we could spend a whole hour discussing them. A few of them: Dr. Bernstein pioneered a low carbohydrate diet with physiologic insulin doses that generate truly normal blood glucose. He introduced the notion that diabetics are entitled to normal blood glucose long before the DCC trial. He insisted that patients play a major role in their treatment decisions. And he published Diabetes Solution, considered to be the Bible of diabetes management and the subject of much of what we're going to hear today. His recent impact: the methods in Diabetes Solution and on his YouTube channel, Diabetes University, became widely used and popular amongst many social media groups over the last decade. One such group was studied by a group of researchers led by Harvard, and the first published study of this group won the American Academy of Pediatrics Award for Most Popular Article of the Year. This group of people with type 1 attained remarkable blood glucose levels without precedent, and the results were covered in the New York Times. Thank you, Dr. Bernstein, and we wish you a happy 90th birthday. Now sit back and watch as you can witness people who are following your method, who are thriving and generating truly normal blood glucose.
Happy birthday, Dr. B. Using your plan, I've maintained A1Cs in the low 5s and high 4s, so thank you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. My 14-year-old son is a recently diagnosed type 1 diabetic, and he's thriving. We're following your protocol, my husband and I as well, and we are just so grateful to have found you and for all of your work. Happy birthday.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. Happy 90th birthday. You know, a bunch of us wanted to express our gratitude towards you, and you made a video a while back about your reasons for motivation being that you wanted to live and obligation, and that's what's kept you going so long. And we wanted to let you know that we're joining you in this fight. We feel obligated to tell others too, and that's what we're doing here, along with wishing you a 90th birthday and letting you know that we can't wait for your 100th birthday. I'd like to talk real quick about what Dr. Bernstein's methods, the man who's solved diabetes, this book Diabetes Solution, have done for my family. My son was diagnosed when he was age 9, and he's, almost 21 now, doing great. A1C's at 5.0 or less his entire time with type 1. instead of watching him die in slow motion, eating a high-carb diet and taking a lot of rapid-acting insulin like the diabetes industry told him to do, we've been following your methods, eating very low carb, and learned how to use insulin in that low carb context. We learned how to use regular Humulin R insulin. We learned how to split basal. We learned how to give IM shots to correct highs. We learned how to use glucose to correct lows properly. We're always on our toes 24/7. This isn't a cure, but you've removed the threat of diabetic complications and returned a sense of normalcy to our family and made type 1 diabetes a problem that can be solved. So thank you for all that you've done for us, and it's amazing to see what you've done for thousands of others. Enjoy the next 60 minutes. We've got 60 people giving a minute each about what they've achieved following your method. Everyone's got a different story, and yet the conclusion of their story is the same. They're thriving following your method, and we hope other people will see this video and learn how to follow your method too and normalize their blood sugars. Thanks, Dr. Bernstein, and have a wonderful 90th birthday.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. My name is River. I was diagnosed with diabetes when I had just turned 5, and at that point my A1C was 10.4, but now 11 years later, my most recent A1C was 4.5. What I've accomplished using your methods is that I am a 4-time state champion in tennis, and I will be playing on the football team next year. So thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Danny, and we just wanted to wish Dr. Bernstein a happy 90th birthday. On behalf of myself and my son, we're both type 1s, and between your books and videos and other materials you've made managing this so much easier. So you are an inspiration to us out here, and we can't thank you enough. Happy birthday. You deserve to celebrate it. Thanks.
I want to wish you a happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. My name's Allison. My daughter is 15 and is doing awesome. We love your book, we love your advice, and we've followed it, and she's had an A1C between 4.9 and 5.5 for the 2 years since we've followed this method. And one way that our life has changed with your instruction is our lives are happy, healthy, calm, and just more confident. And really want to wish you a heartfelt thanks from the bottom of our hearts, and happy birthday.
Hello, I'm Emma from Paris in France. I'm 52 years old and I've been DT1 for 42 years. Before reading your revolutionary book, my A1C was around 8 and after it was 5.8. As I had small complications in my eyes, a friend of mine on Facebook told me to read The Diabetes Solution and I could reverse them. I admire your career, Dr. Bernstein, and I would like to thank you so much. I wish you a very, very happy birthday from Paris, Dr. Bernstein.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. This is Allison Coughlin, and I'd like to take a moment to wish you a very happy 90th birthday. Our son John was diagnosed with type 1 in August of 2022. His A1C was 11%, and he currently has a A1C of a non-diabetic. So we're so grateful for everything that your method has taught us and all of the information that we've gathered from your Facebook community and your YouTube videos. And you're truly a gift to our family. We wish you nothing but the best and hope you have a great birthday. Thanks so much.
I've been a patient of Dr. Bernstein's and have atypical genetic diabetes with an increasing hemoglobin A1C, still within a normal range, but clearly pre-diabetic. And I stopped being controlled with diet only. Doctors kept telling me I was going to be okay. But as a retired orthopedic surgeon, having taken off many legs and watched many of my patients die, I knew that was not the right answer. Dr. Bernstein, you gave me access to insulin and the training to use it way before most doctors would, and you've helped me prevent this ongoing disaster, which all of my older relatives have had and died from. So thank you. You've saved me and others from this horrible problem and given me access to the proper treatment. Thanks for all of your incredible work in the world. What a legacy you have made, and what a great use of your life you have done to save so many of us from this terrible scourge. Blessings to you and happy birthday, and thank you so much for what you've done for me.
Hello, my name is Mike, and I wanted to wish Dr. Bernstein a very happy 90th birthday. I have been a type 1 diabetic for over 27 years, and since I found Dr. Bernstein, I was able to make tremendous strides in my personal health. I was able to get my A1C from the 6% to under 5%, reverse my neuropathy, and lose over 160 pounds, believe it or not. I was able to finally get off the blood sugar roller coaster and stop major debilitating regular seizure hypos, which was destroying my life and terrorizing my family. That all stopped with recognizing the power of the law of small numbers and a high protein, low carbohydrate diet that I learned about in your book and online teleseminars. You have been the first and most voracious fighter for normal blood sugars and giving all the diabetics in the world hope and tools to live a life free of diabetic complications. Thank you and happy birthday.
My name's Cruz, and before we found your book, I used to run in the 200s and 300s, but after, I've started to have normal blood sugar levels and feel a lot better. Thank you, happy birthday.
Hello, Dr. B. My name is Hannah, and I've been living with type 1 diabetes for 39 years this year, and I have lived a low-carb lifestyle, about 12 of those, much thanks to you and your method, which I found through a research project that I had. My blood sugars were terrible before this, and double-digit A1Cs included. And for the past 8 or 9 years or so, I've been managing to keep my A1Cs around the 5% mark, which I'm very, very proud and happy for. The one way my life has changed is that I feel safer and more secure in my own care, which is invaluable to me. And I wanted to let everyone know that it's never too late to make a positive change. Happy, happy birthday, Dr. B. Thank you for saving my life.
Hello, my name is Kevin. I'm from Germany. I have diabetes since Valentine 2017. My first A1C was in the 8th. While I was in the hospital, I watched your videos and read your book. After a half year, my A1C was in the 4th, and it has remained there every quarter for the last 7 years. Thanks to you, I can lead a completely normal life. I'm not afraid of roller coaster blood sugar or secondary disease. And sometimes I forget about diabetes for a few hours, look at my smartwatch, and I see I'm in the healthy range. This feeling is unique. My girlfriend and I love to see your videos because they are interesting and also funny. We wish you all the best and many more healthy years. Finally, I would like to give some advice. At first, read your book.
Hi, my name is Richard. I was diagnosed in 2009 with an A1C of 9.9 and fasting blood sugar of just a little over 220. And for the next 6 years, I try to control it using the ADA dietary guidelines. And I was in a horrible blood sugar roller coaster where I was going from highs to lows and miserable all the time. 2015, through a Facebook group, I learned about Dr. Bernstein's, got the book, read it, immediately changed to following it. Blood sugars immediately dropped down to normal levels. I quit having lows, I quit having highs, and an unexpected result was that I also lost about 50 pounds in 5 months. And I owe an awful lot to Dr. Bernstein As of last week, my A1C is at 5.1, and over the last several years has fluctuated between mid-4s to mid-5s, but mostly closer to 5. Just like to thank Dr. Bernstein for the work he's done and for making the lives of a whole bunch of us a lot better. Thanks, Doctor.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. My name is Stefanos. I'm a type 1er now of 35-ish years, and I found your program about 10 years ago, and it changed my life as it has changed yours and the thousands of other diabetics and families of diabetics. I wanted to thank you for being an elder in our community to help to share with the rest of us how this disease can be managed differently than we've been told. And so I hope you make it. I'm not sure. I think you're 60 is what I think I saw on the Facebook page. So may you make it another 60 years on top. So thank you so much. Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. My name is Jack. I'm 13 years old, and I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes 4 years ago. I play lacrosse and I do swim. My A1C at first was 15.1 and now it is 5.2. Thank you for teaching me and my family how to manage diabetes correctly. Thank you, Dr. Bernstein. Happy birthday.
Hello, my name is Daniel. I was first diagnosed with diabetes at 17 years old. I'm now 50 years old. I started following the Bernstein diet 5 or 6 years ago. I asked my endocrinologist, what about low carb? What about keto? He said, no way. I decided to go on my own and started following the Bernstein diet. I found Dr. Bernstein shortly after that, and I've been following it ever since. Before, my A1C was 7, 6 at good times, but now it's 5. And I only have to thank Dr. Bernstein. Thank you, Dr. Bernstein. Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. You've been the best thing that's happened to me.
Happy birthday, Dr. B. You've changed my life in so many ways. Before discovering all of your work about 4 years ago, I thought an A1C of 6.2 was pretty good. And since then, it's been in the low 5s. I'm still working to get it into the 4s, but it's fundamentally changed my life, and more mentally than anything else, just knowing that you can have good control and I can have a good quality of life, and that means the world to me, because my ultimate goal is to stay healthy as long as possible so I can be around for my kids. And just one little anecdote, I just got back from a 200-kilometer race in Bhutan. It's the only type 1 diabetic. Some people doubted me, but I proved them wrong and opened their eyes to what good control can do for someone's life. Thank you.
G'day from WA, Dr. B, and happy 90th birthday. My name's Jamie and I was diagnosed in February 2013. I had an A1C of just over 12 millimole, and after discovering your law of small numbers, I haven't had an A1C over 5 millimole. I sleep through the night without alarms, and I'm rarely hungry. When I first saw you, 80-something years old and still working, I couldn't believe it. And I thought, if you can do it, I can do it. And that's my message to everyone. Happy birthday, Dr. B. I love you very much.
Happy birthday, Dr. B. Debbie Terrio here from Type 1 Grit. I think I made one of these videos on your 82nd birthday, I believe, and here I am again, wishing you a happy birthday and thanking you for saving my life. Had I not read your book all those years ago, I would not be as happy and as healthy as I am today. And I thank you, and I tell everyone I know that it's your doing that I'm so healthy. So happy birthday, wishing you the very happiest year ahead. Thank you from the beautiful state of Maine on the Penobscot River. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. Thank you for all you've done for us type 1 diabetics. I'm Dr. Ryan Attar. I had the incredible opportunity to shadow you in your office 10 years ago. It was such an amazing experience. It was transformative, and I gained such invaluable insights that continued to shape my practice now and shapes my own health management now. You are a legend. You are the greatest, and we are also immensely grateful for all your hard work over the years for those of us with diabetes. Every day I get to help patients use your methods to achieve normal blood sugars and dramatically improve their quality of life. I've been following your methods for 15 years and I've never looked back. I have normal and non-diabetic blood sugars, my A1Cs are in the 4s, and it's all because of your method. I'm in my mid-40s and my peers look at me, my non-diabetic peers look at me and wonder why they are overweight and insulin resistant, and I am the diabetic and I am fit, active, and insulin sensitive. And it's all thanks to you. I'm healthier and more fit than I ever would have been had I never gotten diabetes and discovered your method. Your work has been transformative to so many lives, despite not being the standard of care, which it absolutely should be. Thank you again, and happy 90th.
Hello, my name is Łukasz. I'm a Poland-based type 1 diabetic diagnosed in 2019. My HbA1c before I started the protocol was 13.5. After I've read the book and went on YouTube to watch all the videos, my HbA1c went down to 5.3%. These days, I run around 90-95 milligrams per deciliter almost all day long. I am also responsible for translating and publishing Dr. Bernstein's book in Poland into Polish, so that's the book. I would like to wish Dr. Bernstein's happy birthday, and to anyone who's watching this video, you have to check him out if you're a diabetic. This book or his book will change your life. Thank you. Bye.
Happy 90th birthday, Dr. Bernstein, and thanks so much for your first book, The Glucograph Method for Normalizing Blood Sugars. I got that in 1985, and by then I'd been T1 20 years. So I've had a good 40 years almost now on your diet and have no complications at all. I hike 5 to 10 miles a day, climb 5 to 10 miles a day, and wouldn't be able to do that, no way, no how, had I not been on a no-carb diet. So I'm hoping to live to your age or longer, and I'm so glad you've proven what can be done with low carb. And thanks again for all your help, and hopefully be celebrating your next year's birthday with you. Thanks.
Happy 90th birthday, Dr. Bernstein. A special thank you from my family. You know, I always thought I was a pretty good diabetic with an A1C of like 6.3 to 7.3, and thought I was striving along pretty well until after being diabetic for more than 25 years, I started to have complications. I had some gastroparesis issues, I was having some nerve damage issues, and I was just sick of being sick. I was searching for a solution. I found your book, and after following your guidelines very strictly, I was able to lower my A1C to 4.7. I was able to keep it under 5 for a number of years now. I was able to reverse all of my diabetic complications. Again, I lost a ton of weight. I feel great, and it's had such a big impact on my life that I actually made a video game about it, Diabetor and the Sugar Monsters, where you play as the insulator, which is me, just defeating diabetes through normalizing their blood sugar. So it's something that I made for kids to help them, teach them about your teachings, really. And I make several references in the game about, I read a special book, and that's really what changed my life. And the low-carb teachings, the small inputs, those are all things that realistically parents can help their children with today that I wish I had when I was 12 years old when I was diagnosed. So a huge thank you to you. I very much appreciate it. You're an amazing person, and happy birthday. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Paul. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes 9.5 years ago. When I was first diagnosed, my A1C clocked in at 14.4, And over the last 8.5 years, after adopting Dr. Bernstein's low-carb dietary approach, I've been able to bring that A1C down to between 4.4 and 4.9 consistently. One of the things that I'm most thankful for of being able to get my health back was to be able to return to my life as a professional athlete. When I was first diagnosed, I thought my life as an athlete was over. And what I found was, with being able to take in minimal amounts of carbohydrates and using minimal amounts of insulin, I was able to get my health back very quickly and be able to return to my life as an athlete. So I'm always going to be thankful for that. So I want to wish Dr. Bernstein a happy 90th birthday. Thank you for all your information and all good wishes to you, sir.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein, and happy birthday. I just wanted to thank you for everything that you've done and for sharing your methods with the world of diabetes patients. It was life-changing for many of us, including me. I was diagnosed at the age of 52 with type 2, which actually turned out to be latent autoimmune diabetes in adults, and that was 12 years ago, and I cannot believe how happy and healthy I am as a result of following your methods. I went from 180 average blood sugars and a standard deviation of 30 to 94 average blood sugars and a standard deviation of 14. And that's 90% attributable to the way that I eat and following your methods of using insulin. So I think in real world numbers from a qualitative standpoint, what that means is that my diabetes takes a backseat in my life. It is not disruptive. I do everything I want to do. I'm active. I work, I play. I'm an athlete, and I don't have to change anything in my life because of diabetes. And for everybody out there that is struggling, finding your book, reading your book, watching your videos, it's life-changing. So thank you again, and the happiest of birthdays, many, many more.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. My name is Kathy. I was diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic in 1994. I found your book not too long after that, but it took me a while to read and actually absorb the information. For years, my A1C was around 6.7. My most recent A1C was 4.5, and that is all thanks to you and the methods that I've learned from your book and from this type 1 grit group. Happy birthday, and I can only hope to be 90 years old and as healthy as you are. Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein.
Hey everyone, hi Dr. Bernstein. My name's Jessica, and I am so thankful for you, Dr. B. I know that you saved my life. Before I read your book and learned your ways, I ran A1Cs anywhere from 7 to 9, and I was dealing with severe diabetic retinopathy, and lots of other complications were starting to develop. Since learning your ways, I now run an average A1C of about 5.1, and I'm always striving to get better. My retinopathy has fully healed, and I am feeling and living and thriving. Now, in addition to that, in the years since learning your way of doing things, I have gotten my master's degree in clinical nutrition and work as a full-time dietitian, and most of my clients do have diabetes. I push them in your direction, constantly fighting the standard way of treating diabetes, and most of my clients are thriving. The ones who embrace your way of doing things, fully thriving and doing much better. So thank you, and a very happy birthday to you. We all know you're an amazing man, and we're so thankful for you.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. My name is Jonathan. I came from Florence, a city in the middle of Italy, and I came across your book in 2018, and since then I managed to stabilize my blood sugar. Before that, it was like a roller coaster all the day, up and down. So I want to thank you and wish you all the best in this special day. Thank you a lot.
Hi Dr. Bernstein, happy birthday. I'm Lara, and I love your microwavable cheesy puffs.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. The Dillard family out here in West Texas is eternally grateful for you, and we just want to wish you the very best. Thank you so much for the time and all the things that you overcame and the challenges you faced way back when to provide a better way for all of us to live. As the parents of a type 1 diabetic that was diagnosed when he was only 13, because we found you and your research and were immediately able to take all the things that you have taught and incorporate into our son's life. Our son is thriving in life. Diabetes is not something that holds him back. We actually just celebrated his commitment to play college baseball at the next level, and we don't have to worry about blood sugars 24/7. We protein up, we low carb. He is a thriving boy, and we are grateful for you. Happy birthday.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. Happy birthday, it's Ivan. As you know, I was one of your first patients back in the early 1980s. Somehow my mom found you before she could Google your name or search the internet, but she did. She flew me cross country to New York, where I learned your system, the Diabetes Solution, and I've followed it ever since. While I have not always followed it perfectly, I've always come back to its core principles and tenets, and it's served me well and has truly stabilized my blood sugar. It's allowed me to live a happy, complete, and full life. I've been in a stable, loving marriage for many years. I have 2 wonderful kids in college, and I've pursued a very satisfying career as a public servant, protecting public health and the environment as an attorney. I could not have done these without the benefits from the blood sugar control that I have received from your system. I've also been an avid outdoorsman and athlete, competing in tennis and soccer, and also engaging in such activities as rock climbing, mountaineering, scuba diving, mountain biking, and skiing. It's been a lot of fun, and it's been amazing to have the ability to do these despite having type 1 diabetes. Last 10 years, I've been a competitive runner in everything from 1 mile to half marathon, oftentimes placing at the top of my age bracket in national competitions. Again, a testament to the benefits from your system. So, on behalf of me and everyone else in the diabetic community that follows your system, thank you. Thank you for everything you provided to me and us and the community. And I wish you a really, really happy birthday.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. My name's Haley, and I wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. I also want to thank you for sharing your knowledge. That is so valuable to us. My son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes 6.5 years ago, and within a month after diagnosis, we discovered your book, which to this day, I reference, and I can't thank you enough. His A1C at diagnosis was 6.7, and he was 5 years old, and his A1C is 5.4. He's ranged anywhere from 4.8 to 5.8 for the last 6.5 years, thanks to a low-carb, high-protein approach to type 1 diabetes management. We are a low-carb family, and this has worked very well for us. So once again, I just wanted to say thank you.
Hello, doctor. Here's Ivana from Czech Republic. I want to thank you for all what you do for diabetes community and also for changing my life, because years ago I didn't want to live anymore, suffering from diabetes complications and from hippos all the time and so on. And then I found you, and look at me today. I am here without depression, polyneuropathy partly reversed, A1C 42 to 44, frozen arms fully reversed. I lost more than 40 kilos. I am now without medication on blood pressure or cholesterol, so that's great. Really, thank you for all what you do, and wish you all the best and many happy years. Bye.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. Happy 90th birthday from Australia. My name is Jane, and I would love to thank you so much for all you've done for diabetics like myself. I've been living with type 1 diabetes for 25 years. I had no hope. My A1C before I discovered the diabetes solution was 8.3. It's been 5.5 or less for the last 5.5 years. Sadly, my brother, who was a diabetic from age 11, died at age 42, completely blind, toes amputated, kidney failure starting due to diabetes. You have given me hope, and I'm so grateful. I also have 2 nephews who have type 1 diabetes, and we would just like to say thank you so much for giving us hope and changing our quality of life and our health overall. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. I'm Michelle, my daughter's Daisy. She's 11 now, diagnosed 5 years ago. We found you pretty much immediately, so she never had to deal with that roller coaster of the highs and lows that so many kids have to experience. So we were in the 4s pretty much within several weeks after diagnosis. But I can't thank you enough, not just for changing our lives, but for changing it back, giving us normalcy back, and for this amazing community of friends who I now consider family that we met through you and through your book, and for empowering me to take control of my daughter's life and my whole family's life and health. That is the most amazing gift that any parent can get. So happy 90th, many, many more health and happiness, and thank you.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. Say hi, Paloma.
Thank you, Dr. Bernstein. Paloma went from an A1C of 11 to an A1C of 5.6 in 3 months, and a very strong honeymoon, thanks to your guidance. Thank you so much, and have a nice birthday.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein, on your 90th birthday. Being a diabetic is a challenge at all times, but it is because of your persistence and your generosity of the knowledge about this disease that I can have a normal life. I want to wish you a very happy day from myself, HF, and the rest of my family out of Western Australia.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. My name is Jude. I've been type 1 diabetic for 33 years. I'm now 62 years old. 4 years ago, I found your book and I read it. I watched all of your videos, and it really works for me. The regular insulin, the low-carb diet, my A1C this week was just measured. It was 4.5. I look and feel healthier than I ever have in my life. I think I'm healthier than the non-diabetics that I know, and it's all due to your work and your publishing this information. Thank you so much. Happy 90th birthday. I hope you have many more.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. This is Caroline saying thank you for all you do to educate and to inspire. I am not a person with lived experience of diabetes, but I have professional experience caring for it, and I've learned so much from you. Thank you.
Hi, Dr. B. Happy 90th birthday. The last time I did this video, you were turning 83, and my son had just been diagnosed that April when he was 5 years old with type 1, and we came across your book, and I was just so grateful because it was such a shock, a shocking diagnosis for us, but you made it so much easier. And so now, 7 years later, my son's 12 and he's thriving. He is he's had straight A's all throughout school. He currently got scouted and recruited to play for a professional soccer club, so he's starting that this fall. He is confident in who he is and how he manages everything. He's come a long way. He does a lot of it on his own now, and you've really simplified our life. It could be really complex, and it still is. It has its challenges, but it's so much more simple, and for that we are so grateful. There are no words. We are so appreciative of the knowledge that you've passed on, and the cool thing is Bradley's been able to pass on his knowledge to other kids that he's met, and that's been really cool to see. And even kids that don't have type 1, they're always curious about how he eats, why he eats the way he does. And it's just apparent in his physical abilities. He's kind of like a specimen, a physical specimen, I feel like, because he's not loaded up on carbs and he's just thriving. So just a huge appreciation, huge thanks from our family. We all eat the way that you suggest, and all of our health has improved tremendously. So wow, what a blessing you are to so many, and we're just so thankful. All right, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dr. B. My name is Akiva, and I'm from Israel. I've been following your diet for 8 or 9 years now, and it completely changed the way I manage my diabetes and my life. I finally got off the blood sugar roller coaster I've been on since the age of 13, and my HbA1c has been reduced very much. I went through medical school on your diet and no difficulty concentrating. Now I'm in my final months of my medical internship. I want to wish you many healthy more years where you can live and experience exciting things and keep teaching diabetics how to manage their blood sugars. Getting to learn about your method was one of the best things that happened to me in my life, and I will forever be grateful for you for that. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. 90 years, that is such an incredible accomplishment. My son has type 1 diabetes. He was diagnosed when he was 12. He's now 17. So we dialed right into your low-carb, high-protein regime, and he has had A1Cs between 4.6 and 5.2 for the last 5 years. So thank you so much for being a pioneer, for showing us a different way, and we are incredibly thankful for all of his good health, and we wish you many, many more happy birthdays. Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. I wanted to wish you a very happy 90th birthday. Without what you have taught me, I wouldn't have been able to achieve or live for my family. I'm currently a dermatologist. I run a private practice. All of that would have been impossible without knowing what you taught us. And I'm so incredibly grateful, and I wanted to wish you the happiest birthday. I hope to one day celebrate the same birthday as you. Thank you for all you do.
Hi, I'm Sanette, all the way from sunny South Africa. My diagnosis with type 1 diabetes was about a year ago. My A1C came in at 11.2%. I was already low carb at this stage for other autoimmune issues. I got the advice from several diabetes educators to stop doing low carb as a type 1 diabetic. I didn't feel good with this advice, so I started researching low carb and type 1 diabetes immediately. And this is how I found the GRID groups and Dr. Bernstein. This made my journey into type 1 diabetes with low carb so much easier and smooth sailing, I feel. I've never had these roller coasters of high and low. I've been able to bring my A1C down in a year to 5.4%, which I think is awesome. Still working on getting it lower, but I'm happy. Thank you, Dr. Bernstein, for all that you do for us diabetics, and I hope you have a lovely year and a fantastic day. Happy birthday.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. My name's Shonda, and I'm a pharmacist. I was taught in pharmacy school that having diabetes wasn't a big deal. You just eat the standard diet, you count your carbs, and you dose your insulin. About 6 years after I graduated, our youngest son, who is 9, was diagnosed with type 1. His A1C then was 15.1. I found your book, I found type 1 grit, and we've never looked back. He's doing great. His A1C at his last checkup was 5.2. And I just want to say that my family and I are forever grateful to what you've given us. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and helping others. We owe you more than you know. So I just wanted to say thank you, Dr. Bernstein, and happy birthday. I hope it's a good one.
Happy 90th birthday, Dr. Bernstein. Thank you for the outstanding impact you've made on this community, for saving all of our lives. Before my parents read your books, my A1C was a 7.2, and now it's been down to a 5.0. And I've had diabetes for 9 years now. So I just want to say thank you, and I hope you have a great day.
Greetings from Minnesota. My name is Bee, and on May 14th, 2010, I was misdiagnosed because of my age, which was almost 58, as type 2 diabetic. My blood glucose at diagnosis was 437, and my A1C was over 11. I was blessed to discover Dr. Bernstein's book a few months after diagnosis, and then go see him a year later. In the meantime, I was re-diagnosed as type 1 about a month before my visit to him. I am now 72, and my A1Cs are always in the 5s, and my endo thinks I am silly to want to get it to the 4s. I have shared Dr. Bernstein's book with many others. It was very gratifying to have a friend I hadn't seen for some years come up and give me a big hug, exclaiming how the book I'd told him about the last time we'd seen each other had changed his life. He had slimmed down and I almost didn't recognize him. Thank you, Dr. Bernstein, for writing your book and sharing your knowledge with all of us. You are a blessing. Happy birthday.
Hey Dr. B, my name is Matan and I'm 15 years old. I was diagnosed with diabetes at age 4 and we started your method at age 8. Before we started your method, my A1C was above 8, but since then we've gotten it below 5.2. So now I feel so much healthier and I feel safer knowing that this will help me avoid health complications in the future. And maybe I'll be so privileged as to live as long as you have, 90 years. So happy birthday and mazel tov, Dr. B.
Hi, I'm Bergen. Hi, I'm Scout. I was diagnosed at 7 and I had an A1C of 11.6 and now I stay in the low 5s. I was diagnosed at age 10 and I had an A1C of 11.7. Now I also consistently stay in the low 5s. Happy birthday, Dr. B.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. My name is Nupur. I am from India. I've been type 1 diabetic for the past 29 years. Back in 2016, I stumbled across Dr. Bernstein and his low-carb method on the internet, and there's been no looking back ever since. I used to be what they call a brittle diabetic. I think my A1C was as high as 12 at some point. And now, since several years, I've been in the 5s. Dr. Bernstein has had an incredible impact on my health, my family's health, and the health of our extended community as well. And so thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for your advocacy. And I just love what they say. Diabetics deserve truly normal blood sugars, just like anyone else. Thank you.
Happy 90th birthday, Dr. B. I'm Corinne and I'm Lara's mum. Thanks to you, not only were we able to lower Lara's A1C from above 8 into the low 5s, but she feels so much better and is much safer following your methods and lowering carb intake. So thank you so much and enjoy your birthday celebrations.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. My name is Lucy and you changed my life. Thank you so much for that. My HbA1c used to be 13% and now it is 5%. What's more, now I help other people reaching their optimal blood sugar levels, and everything thanks to you. I owe you a lot and I am eternally grateful to what you have done for all people living with diabetes. I wish you a very, very happy birthday, and once again, thank you for bringing happiness, hope, and a good life for all people living with diabetes. You made a difference.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. It's Allison Hershey.
I just wanted to wish you a happy 90th birthday and to thank you again for saving my life. After 30 plus years of out of control blood sugars, I was able to normalize my blood sugars and have had an A1C of low 5s to mid 4s for the last 10 years. And my last A1C was 4.5% with only 2% time below 70. I was able to reverse many complications, including gastroparesis and vagus nerve damage, mild retinopathy. Again, thank you and happy birthday.
Hey, Dr. B, this is Dave. Happy 90th birthday to you, sir. Just wanted to let you know how grateful I am of all of the data and the video that you've put together to educate the diabetes community. I was able to reverse kidney disease back in 2015 after reading the book, finishing the book, and working with a lot of folks in the type 1 group, and have been thriving ever since. I mean, prior to starting this, my A1Cs were 7 and above. I could never really seem to get it under 7 no matter what I did. And my last A1C as of about 2 weeks ago was 4.6. So I want to thank you, and I want to tell you it takes a lot of balls, mister, for somebody like you to do what you did, educating the community and showing them the truth. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you later.
Hi, my name is Maya, and I have had type 1 now for almost 40 years. I have been following Dr. Bernstein's methods from his book and videos for the last decade. Prior to that, my A1C at its worst was 14. And ever since, for the last eight plus years, my A1C has been in the mid to upper 4. So for that, I would love to thank you, Dr. Bernstein. I was able to even reverse some of my complications. I was able to stop the other ones from progressing. So thank you so much. Please get this book. It will literally save your life. You can see how much I've been marking it. It's kind of like the Bible and encyclopedia of diabetes rolled into one. So happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein, and thank you for everything.
Good morning, Dr. Bernstein.
We wish you a special blessed 90th birthday. Our family thank you for the enormous work you've done that provided us with the solution. Anouk is 8 years old. She was diagnosed at age 3. We had a terrible first 2 years filled with chaos, traumatic experiences, and dangerous high blood glucose levels. I was totally intimidated by insulin. Though critical for T1D, still so dangerous when administered wrong. 3 years into your regimen, I gained the important knowledge to understand the physiological working of insulin, how to apply it safely in the various scenarios. My sincere thank you for introducing diluted insulin and regular insulin. Anouk had an A1C of 6.5 before we found diabetes solution in 2021. And since adopting and finding our stride with your regimen, she maintains an A1C of 5. We are older parents, older than 50, and to know we can equip our young one with the know-how of a regimen that works is a heavy burden off our shoulders.
Thank you, Dr. Bernstein.
Dr. Bernstein, I'm happy to be able to send you a message this way. I'm Greg Close. My diabetic life started when I was 38. My wife and I were cruising on our sailboat in the Caribbean. By the time we got to the Dominican Republic, I had gone from 160 to 135, and a fellow sailor knew what was wrong. So we found the best hospital we could find. They kept me for 3 days, gave me a vital insulin, gave me instructions, and those instructions were not great. I seized the next day on the dirt streets of a small town. So we went to America to see a doctor. He gave me instructions. We kept sailing, but those instructions weren't so great either. We kept sailing, I kept seizing in exotic locales. So finally it reached sort of a crisis point in 2011. I decided I just had to start over with my diabetic knowledge. Thank God for the web, I found your book. Best thing that ever happened to my diabetic life. My HbA1cs are in the low 5s and have been ever since. I'm 64, I feel terrific, I'm in good shape. So Dr. Bernstein, I'm happy to be able to say thank you for what you've done. You've saved my quality of life, and you've probably saved my life. And I know you've done that for many, many others. And I know you've done that in the face of ostracism from your supposed peers. So I'm happy to be able to say happy birthday. Thank you for what you've done and who you are.
Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein.
Happy birthday.
Hi, Dr. B. I just wanted to come here and wish you a happy 90th birthday and to say congratulations on hitting such an amazing milestone. Your work has helped me, along with tens and thousands of other people, improve their lives and basically save their lives. I've been a diabetic for about 11 years, and using your methods, I've had A1Cs of 5% or below for the past 10 years. So I just wanted to come on here and wish you a happy 90th birthday and to say thank you for making my life infinitely better. Many more to come.
Hello, my name is Sophie and I have had type 1 diabetes for 10 years. My HbA1c was 8.6% a year post-diagnosis, and since following Dr. Bernstein's methods, my HbA1c is now 4.6%, and I am so much happier. That is the main reason that I do this, is because I feel like it's the closest thing to feeling normal again and feeling like you don't have diabetes, because you no longer worry about going really high or really low. It's a lot more stable and it's safer. The laws or small numbers just make so much sense. And my message to Dr. Bernstein is I wish you a very happy 90th birthday, and you are living proof that this method works, and I really hope that I can get to your age. Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. I'd like to wish you a very happy 90th birthday. I learned about you 16 years ago when I was pregnant with my oldest daughter, and I was first diagnosed with having diabetes. I've been using insulin since then, and I'm doing awesome. Thank you for your teaching. I have a healthy life, I have a healthy family, and I'm able to share this with other people. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your work has meant I can have a happy, long, healthy life. I don't have to worry about diabetes at all. Lots of love. Bye.
This is a message to Dr. Bernstein for his 90th birthday. Thank you so much for helping me with my journey with diabetes. It's been a huge help in my life. Thanks to you, I've been able to hang out with all my friends and not feel left out. Also, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to be healthy and feel the way that all the other kids get to feel. So thank you again. And again, have a great 90th birthday.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. We are incredibly fortunate to celebrate you today. Your dedication and brilliant yet common sense innovations have revolutionized the management of type 1 diabetes, giving countless children, adults, and families the gift of hope. You've shown us that people with diabetes deserve normal blood sugars, and more importantly, you've taught us how to achieve them. Because of your courage and leadership, so many lives have gotten better. Your work has inspired and guided countless individuals, including my own son and our family. Now, those who have benefited from your work and what you've taught us are following in your footsteps and continuing your mission. Wishing you a day filled with joy and love, and here's to many more years of good health and inspiration. Happy 90th.
Hello, Dr. Bernstein, and happiest of 90th birthdays to you from my family and I. Want to thank you so much for your work through Diabetes Solution. It's been such a help to my family and my son, who's thriving now and as a college sophomore. He was diagnosed at the age of 5, and we've followed your program all those years with just phenomenal results, and so grateful that you did the work that you did, and so happy that you're still a strong and living example of how the program works at age 90. Happy birthday to you, Dr. Bernstein.
Dr. Bernstein, it's Michael. I was diagnosed with type 1 in 1974, 50 years ago. I, with my mother, who was an RN, followed the American Diabetes Association's diet up until my late 30s, developed retinopathy, lost total vision in my left eye, and realized it was time for a change. A friend recommended your book, which I read cover to cover, and my life completely changed. I lost a little over 60 pounds, and my blood sugars have consistently been in the 4.8 to 5.0 club. My last A1C, I just got back 2 days ago, 4.9. So happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. You significantly changed my life. I have 4 beautiful grandchildren, 3 sons, and a beautiful wife, and a beautiful home that I'll get to enjoy, hopefully, for another, I have to do quick math here, but another 38 years, so I can make it to my 90th birthday. Again, happy birthday. Thank you, Dr. Bernstein.
Hi, Dr. Bernstein. My name is Joshua. I was diagnosed at age 10 with type 1 diabetes. And about a month after, my mom was able to find your book. And at diagnosis, my A1C used to be 15.7. But with your help of your book, I was able to get it down to 5 and below 5. So thank you for helping me to control my blood sugars and learn more about diabetes, and happy 90th birthday.
Hi, my name's Charlie. I'm a type 1 diabetic. I'm 36 years of age. I was diagnosed at 10, so I'm 26 years in. And I wanted to wish Dr. Bernstein a happy birthday. And I wanted to thank him and Mr. Dyckman for y'all's work for the teleseminars, and to let you know that the book has changed my life. And there's so much I could say that it's really hard to crunch it down to 60 seconds, but I was singing endo previously from reading the book, and my A1C was over 11, and since I started the diabetes solution, I now have A1C's half that, so it's definitely changed my life, and I thank the Lord that I actually found the book itself. So happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein, and thank you for all you do, and God bless you. You have been an absolute life changer. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emerson. When I was first diagnosed with diabetes, my A1C was 12 and my blood sugars were in the 300s. After Dr. Bernstein's method, my A1C are in the low 5s and my blood sugars are in normal range. We started with carb counting, but it didn't work, so we did Dr. Bernstein's method, and his method has allowed me to be a normal child and be competitive in track. Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. Thank you for all of your hard work that you've done for the diabetes community. Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. My name is Jack, and I was diagnosed in 2016. I was 2 by then. And when I was first diagnosed, I had an A1C of 8.8. And now, thanks to you, I have A1Cs for low 5s and in the 4s.
Hey there, my name's Dylan. I'm a late onset type 1. About a month and a half after my diagnosis, I was very, very fortunate to discover low carb as a means to control my blood sugar. Though it wasn't until about a year ago until I discovered Dr. Bernstein's method. Before, I was getting A1Cs of around 6 and 7, which wasn't super terrible, but not ideal at all. My last A1C, though, was around 5.5, and although I still have a long way to go, I am still very, very thankful, and my quality of life has just drastically improved. Thank you so much, Dr. Bernstein, and happy 90th birthday.
Happy birthday, Dr. Bernstein. This is Jessie Lipperts from the Netherlands. It's my daughter Rosie, who has diabetes type 1. I found you when we were still in ICU because I didn't believe the doctors when they told me that my daughter must just eat whatever she wants. So I was looking for knowledge while she was still in a coma. And your book was the first book that I found, and I was so happy that I'm fluent in English so that I could read it and I could take all the knowledge to me, and that I started applying it actually almost from when we got out of the hospital. So I'm super grateful for finding you, and I think you're the best example of your own protocol, 90 years old and still alive and kicking and beating diabetes type 1 in the best possible way. So thank you very much, and I'm wishing you a very, very happy birthday from Jessie and Rosie from the Netherlands. Goodbye.